information. So now, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. It's 11 minutes past 1 p.m. Eastern here. Name is Kojo. I'd like to present to you some information about a platform that allows us to earn rewards every single day on the blockchain. Okay, now before I even get into anything, we're going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about staking. We're going to talk about passive returns. And for all these reasons, I just want to put out this disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing here is considered financial advice. Our goal here is to educate and pass on this information, which was also passed on to us. And not just information, we are talking about a way to change your finances. Over the last um, 3 months, we have people in our team now earning over $50,000 a month in just 3 months plus within this platform. So if you're here and you're serious about your financial future, I would advise you to take that second, lock in, get your notes, and let's get started. Okay, so JBank and BNB chain JBank is live on BNB chain. Okay, so what is JBank? We'll go into it. Many of you know the BNB Smart Chain is a blockchain owned by Binance. And this blockchain is very fast, it's cheap, and everyone knows how to use it. Okay, now JBank is celebrating their 1 year anniversary on which they have now built their ecosystem on the BNB chain. Here, we earn rewards automatically every 8 hours. So if you're looking for a platform that pays rewards daily, well, guess what? We're getting paid 3 times a day. Okay. Now, one of the main things in crypto is a lot of people that are new to crypto or that are looking for information about crypto that don't understand it say, how can I use crypto? Like I have the coin, I get it. Now I go to the grocery store, what do I do? Right? My kids are not feeling well. I have to pay hospital bills. What do I do? Right? I got to go buy a house, buy a car. I'm hungry. What do I do? How does crypto work? Right? So JBank has created a massive solution. Let's talk about their vision, their mission, and then I'll explain to you what staking is before we dive into it. So here they are looking to bridge traditional finance to Web3, right? They are bridging the gap by creating utility in a way that everyone understands how to use crypto, how to send crypto to people, and how to turn crypto to cash. This is something that everyone in crypto can relate to. This is not AI, this is not technical. This is just how can I use my money in crypto? And they have solved that problem with one of their utilities they dropped. We have access to a Visa card, a business crypto and fiat Visa card that gets mailed out to us by staking inside of JBank. They partnered with a separate entity, a bank called GAT Investment Bank that gives us this service called GAT Pay to spend our crypto seamlessly. I've been using this at the ATM and everywhere I go. So has almost 50 users. In the next week, we'll have about 50 plus users on our team who will all have this card, right? So let's dive into it. Now, in order to get started, you're going to need a token pocket, a MetaMask, a SafePal, or any good, reliable Web3 wallet that operates on the BNB Smart Chain. You're going to deposit crypto, USDT BEP20, on this in your wallet. And once you deposit the USDT, you would also need BNB for gas fees, okay? Once you have the BNB for gas fee, then now you can get started. So let me introduce you to our token. Here, there's a token that we are staking called JUP. This is not the JUP you go on Google when you search, you find on Solana. That's a different JUP. This JUP is only issued from the staking smart contract, meaning that no one can buy this token on the open market except through the direct liquidity on the BNB chain via this smart contract. So you have to go through the smart contract, and this allows us to be able to share our links and help this platform grows its liquidity. So we'll talk about the affiliate side at the end. Right now, we're going to focus on the passive side of this platform. Okay. So this is the contract address to the token. All this information will be provided to you by the person that got you started in the platform, or who is going to send you their link. I've also put it in the chat as well. Okay. So now let's talk about how we earn profits. Okay. Now, when you receive the link from your sponsor, you are first going to swap your USDT, which is on the BNB chain, for JUP. Okay. Now, this JUP, you're going to stake it, which is going to allow you to earn interest. Folks, how do you like the idea of doubling your crypto every 78 days? Right? That's the conversation I had with somebody today, and they realized that they had been sleeping on a gold mine, right? How would you like to double your crypto every 78 days? So once we earn these rewards, we are able to swap them back to USDT, and then you are able to put it on your, guess what? You don't have to go back to your exchange. You can put it on your crypto card, right? So once you get the card, you download the app GAT Pay. This is a separate entity. This is an actual bank that has your banking license, Swift code, everything. They are regulated in the same jurisdiction as Citibank and Bank of America in Asia. Ask yourselves, why would banks that have high level of security and compliance at this level decide to partner with a staking platform unless there's levels and tons of credibility between the teams behind the platform and their relationships that they brokered with this financial institution? So that is a lot of confidence that we are able to get right inside of this platform. Now, this card is not your regular crypto card. Here, the spending limit every day is $500,000. You can buy house, car, whatever on your card. Okay, so that's good. You deposit USDT on it, right? Any of these networks, and then you can use it every single time. So now let's talk about how we earn. So you swapped your crypto, you got excited, and you staked. You heard that you earn profits every 8 hours. How does that look like? There's a timer right here. It counts down every day. So we always know when we stake, our funds go in a wallet right here called staking capital. When we earn profits, our profits go right here called staking profit. And whenever we want to take back our capital, we'll talk about that. When your contract ends, for depending on what contract you choose, your funds will show up here, your capital, and then you can unstake for no fees. Whenever you earn profits and you want to take your profits any second, any time of the day, there's no restriction on our profits. You come here and you claim it anytime that you choose. Full transparency, every single transaction is recorded on the blockchain. We know where every dollar is going, and we don't have to wait for a CEO to come and tell us what's going on. That's the platform that we're in, right? So here we earn 0.1% to 0.3% 3 times a day. Now, there is a secret weapon or tool that we have in this platform, which is called the automatic compounding feature. Now, this is open to everyone. If you are looking to compound, all you do is you let your profits sit in this wallet and you will see the magic happen. That's it. So whenever you decide you want to claim, just claim. But let's say you are long term, you wanted to wait a month, 6 months. You don't have to come in and withdraw profits and stake again. You don't have to do none of that. Just let it sit and watch the magic happen. Now, what is that? So let's say you earn 0.3% at the highest level, right? 3 times a day. You put in 1,000 tokens, right? in 8 hours, or we'll just use dollars for example. You put in $1,000, right? 8 hours later, you earned your first $3. Okay, so now you have 1,003, 1,000 in capital, $3 separately in the profit wallet, right? Capital is here, profit is here. Now, the smart contract will automatically calculate how much rewards, how much your total balance is based on your capital and based on your profit. You don't have to do a single thing. So the next 8 hours, rather than pay you 0.3% on 1,000, it says no. Because you didn't claim those profits, I will pay you 0.3% on 1,003. So now you've earned $3 and some change instead of just $3. And it does this every 8 hours for one whole year. How many people know of the power of compounding? This is how wealth is being created. Okay. So there's three ways to stake, right? You can choose between any of these contracts. So basically, you have your funds. Let's say there's three people today that are getting started, and they all have, for example, $10,000, right? $10,000, right? Now, you can choose to stake in the first option, flexible, no lock. This means that your 10,000 at any point in time that you want to take it out of the platform, you can just come in, unstake for no fees and leave. That's it, right? So this is good for people who like that option. The next option here, when you stake your crypto, your capital, you choose a 180-day contract, meaning that your capital is locked in for 180 days. It will automatically unlock on day 181 and you can unstake for zero fees. The third option, 365 days. Now here, you stake your capital for 365 days. It would automatically unlock on day 366. You can unstake for zero fees on your capital. Let's talk about the profits because the profits you can claim anytime that you see it, regardless of which contract you choose. I'm taking the 365 days. I claim every day, I sell every day, right? In one of my wallets. The other one, I'm long term. I don't have a 180 days, but I know people who have the 180 days and they claim profits every 8 hours or every day or every month. We'll look at it, right? And then I know some people in the flexible who are also doing the same. So here, flexible, you earn 0.1% every 3 hours. So maybe you earn $10, right? First 3 hours. The next one is 0.2%, right? For the 180 days. Every 8 hours, you earn 0.2%. So while somebody earned $10, you earn $20, same capital, right? Then the last one, 365, 0.3%. So while the first person earned $10 in 8 hours, second person $20, guess what you did? You earned the most. So this is why 99% of our team is all staking 365. Now, three times a day means that at the end of the day, you earn 0.3% with the flexible. You can go ahead and take all that profit. With the 180 days, you earn 0.6% a day. You can go ahead and take all that profit. And with the 365-day contract, you earn 0.9% a day. If you want, you can go ahead and take all that profit every day. Now, some users are long term, so they only come in monthly to take profits. Remember, we don't have to do anything when it comes to compounding, everything happens automatically. So somebody who wants to compound for a month can just go to sleep, go to your work, go to your normal activities, check the app every now and then just to see if the app is working fine, right? MetaMask, Token Pocket. Sometimes you have to update these apps. But other than that, you don't have to do anything. All you do is whenever you're ready to claim, come in your back office, you're going to see you earned 9.41% in 30 days, and you can claim all that profit, right? For the flexible. Now, the same 10,000, someone chose a 180-day contract. They come and they claim 19.7% that month. Then for those of us, the 99% who are choosing the 365-day contract, we come and we claim the most, 30.94%. Right? So these are for those that like to take profits monthly. Now, this is where the magic happens. If you are here and you are looking to create some real substantial income, some people here, they have a lot of money, and so they just looking for ways to keep making money. And some people are having some money, little money, and their goal is to find a way to actually create wealth. And I'll share with you guys my story. Crypto is how I was able to retire my mom 3 years before her retirement. Now, had I been in the 9 to 5 space, we will all be shaking hands, waking up at 7 a.m. to go to our jobs. So I realized early that putting my focus in crypto platforms that allow me to leverage systems that work and are duplicatable so I can share. And if I decide to share, I earn rewards was how I was able to do this. So a lot of people know that crypto is literally changing lives. It's not even hype. So you want to take a platform like this very seriously, especially if you're looking at the 6 months compounded. Now, folks, you don't have to do this. You don't have to wait 6 months before you take profit. You can take profits any second that you feel like it. This is just a strategy based on the information we are seeing here, right? So you notice that in 6 months, the flexible earns you 71% in 6 months. So your $10,000, right? And the flexible would have earned you, for example, we'll call this $7,155. Okay? The 180-day contract would have earned you $19,415 worth of tokens, right? In 6 months. And a 365-day contract would have earned you 400%, 404%. And so you've earned over $40,000. Now, this is a trick that I even do with my 5-year-old. I place, two things in front of her. I said, I have less money here and more money here. Which one do you want? Can you believe 10 times out of 10, she chooses more money, right? So this is why, once again, 99% of people are staking 365, right? So now here, we are able to come in 6 months later and take all the profits and claim it. You can decide to take it monthly, daily, every 8 hours, any second you see profit. That's all up to you. But there are users here who are thinking of the bigger bag and how they can create wealth. And we are looking at 6 months. So we don't take any profits for 6 months so we can take a large sum. I'll give you an example. You take profits every month. 30% times six is 180%. $18,000. The same platform. 6 months later, we meet, but at the restaurant. You show me your balance, I show you my balance. You have 18,000 that you earned. I show you 40,000 that I earned. Same platform. We started the same day. And that is why, once again, users are choosing to be long term. I'll share with you a story of my sponsor. Actually, I wish I could share the info on the call, but what I'll do is I'll send the screenshots he sent me and put it in the chat for you guys to see. Maybe I can even find a way to send it to my Telegram while we are on the Zoom, and then I'll show it, right? But in a year, folks, there have been people who've been in this platform. This platform has been around, started from pre-launch in May of last year. So between then, I can say it's been about almost 14 months, give or take 13 months, right? 13 months. This platform has been paying out rewards daily. Do you know that there are individuals who have already showed us the proof that they were able to earn 198%, which is in this scenario, $19,000, right, worth of coins from staking in the flexible for one whole year. And they came and they claimed it. They did this because they wanted the flexibility of being able to take their capital anytime they felt uncomfortable. Lucky for them, the system was winning and they were winning. And because of that, winners don't like to quit. So they never took profit, right? Now, the next one is people that chose the 180 days, right? When the 180 days ends, all you do is you unstake and restake. That's it. If you want to continue for the year. And those individuals were also able to show us about 8 times the profit and they claimed it, right? So in this scenario, you see somebody who can show you $79,000 in rewards, right? And folks, this is all based on if the price never changed. I'm going to show you one other secret weapon we have to our advantage or tool in this platform. Okay, the first one is the compounding feature. Secret tool number one. We have a second one, right? So now they come in, they earn $79,000. What do? They just claim it and they're good, right? This is more than most people will ever make trading crypto in a year. How many people are profitable enough to even earn 8 times in a year? Out of 100% of traders, maybe 10%. 90% all are losing or not doing much, right? So just think about how we are leveraging a system and we are still beating the market every day. Bitcoin is down in 1 year, almost 50 plus percent. Meanwhile, the same 1 year, members who liquidated your Bitcoin and put it in JBank are up 800% on the 180-day contract. Now, guess what the 365-day does? The same persons, the same group of people, right? Three people. One person started with, they all started with $10,000, right? This person chose 365 days. And because of that, multiply 10,000 by 25. I want somebody to put the answer in the chat, right? When we first started, I was telling people, and those of you that saw the recent message for the Zoom, right? It says how to earn $2.5 million worth of crypto in 12 months. 2.5 million, right? So people say, well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? I'll show you. It depends if you have the capital, right? You can build your way up, but it's possible. So this 10,000, right, times 25 would mean that in a space of 1 year, right? Let me put it here. $250,000. When I saw this, I said to myself, do you have to even convince anyone? The only time somebody will say no to me, in my this is my perception. Number one, they don't have the money, right? Number two, they are not willing to be open-minded and understand how this platform works. Because other than that, what is your reason? Or maybe you're super wealthy. I forgot to add that the three reasons, right? Or you're just wealthy and you don't need it, right? Other than that, what are you sitting on the fence for? You look at your risk to reward ratio and you realize that you have a winning opportunity here. You look at the level of transparency. You don't go to sleep wondering what's going to happen. We know everything. It's right on the blockchain. We don't have to wait for a Zoom call to know how much money is in the liquidity. We don't have to wait for a Zoom call to know if we're doing a good day and the platform made a lot of sales. And no one can forge numbers on a back office because the data is live on chain. What are you waiting for? They already have utility. We'll talk about the roadmap in a second, guys. This is an exciting platform. If you're here today, please get with the person that invited you. They're going to send you a link and they'll guide you through the process, right? So you see that you can turn $10,000 into 250,000 potentially with the price staying the same, right? In the next 12 months. So now the question is, how do you earn 2.5 million passively? Well, guess what? If you did 100,000, this is what my sponsor did. In fact, he invested 200,000 in the platform in different wallets. Okay, but one of his wallets, he put $100,000 in and he worked his way, right? I think that wallet is probably maybe a few months left to the 12 months. He has wallets that are 6 months old and 8 months old in the platform. He's been in about 8 months. Our team, we've been in about 3.5 to 4 months now, right? So he is waiting on a return of 100,000 being able to accumulate tokens all the way to 2.5 million in rewards. So, folks, this is not from sharing and building a team. This is just passive income. Okay. So, once again, get with the person that invited you. There are three ways to stake. Choose the one that is convenient to your strategy. In fact, you can have crypto in multiple contracts. For example, I have about 20 of the 365-day contracts in one wallet, right? And I think I did put one of them 180 days just to test it. But you can have different contracts in your same wallet. Okay. Every time you want to stake, just go stake. That's it. It all adds up to the total, right? It all adds up to the total. Just like this, right? Let's say you staked 30 first, and then you staked 50, and you staked 100, and what you kept staking little bits, and the total just shows here. It just shows you the whole total. So you're earning the percentage every 8 hours on the entire total of what you have. And if you have profits sitting here, then guess what? You're in for it. You're earning 0.3% based on the total of the two, right? So that is how we earn, and we claim anytime. Let me show you a real example from someone who is not on our team. They started before us, right? They're not on our team. As you can see, yep. So here you can see everything is verifiable on the blockchain, folks. Here is not he said, she said, company is gonna do, folks. Everything is on the blockchain. All you have to do is go and check, right? Or ask someone who's checked, right? So here you put 1,000 tokens, you earn 404% 6 months later, right? Now the token is not at $10. This is just a way for us to calculate things easily. Let me share with you a story. When I started in late March, when we got in, the token was at $8.50. How many of you were in the platform when we were between $8.50 to $9? Please put a one in the chat, right? How many of you joined us when the price of JUP was between $8.50 to $9? Please put a one in the chat. I just want some people to see that I'm not saying something out of my head, right? And this is just real information we are sharing, right? So this is our second secret tool that we have. Not only do we accumulate a ton of crypto through compounding, our next level of protection for our investors is the fact that our token can change in price. Yes, it can go down and it can go up. We'll show you what it's doing and why it's been going up and not crashing like other tokens are doing, right? And it's because of the developers and their mission to serve the community of investors first. They focus more on the passive investor than they will focus on the affiliate. They want to protect everyone's capital first. And so they introduce some mechanisms in the smart contract, which makes it even much more exciting. But before we even get into that, we move from $8.50 to today's price. Someone please quote the price? Or better yet, let me take you guys on the blockchain very, very quickly, and then we'll come back to this slide. Give me one second. Okay, so let me allow the screen to refresh. Folks, we are currently at $14.76. Over 8 million sitting in the liquidity. Okay, so contract is also verified on the BNB Smart Chain. Audit check, right? So, folks, we have a lot of things to look at here. Now, one of the things that got me excited is how this token is performing, right? Now, let me see if I can move to like 5 minutes, maybe 1 minute, 30 minutes. Yep. As you can see, from the time we completed the migration, right? This token, and for those of you that want to see the trajectory, I want to show you something, right? For a long time, this is what we experience in this platform. Okay. We have a platform where the token went up from an all-time high here of $12, somewhere around $12, right? And dipped to the lowest point it had, $8.50. Since then, the token has been going up. Okay. Now, you can see that it stays within a range. Okay. Now we fast forward till today, the token is still staying in a range. It means that what's going to happen? $15, $16, $17. It would dip, yes, maybe back to 14 and go back up, right? Which is what you expect. But it's keeping its trajectory linear going forward. And all of this is based to the developer team who have thought so intensively on having the right set of tokenomics and structures and systems, right? So go back here. So is it possible the price can go down? Yes, but let's look at it, right? A lot of people are afraid of coin platforms. They're like, oh, the last one crashed. Yes, because it's a bicycle. We have a Lamborghini, and we'll explain why, right? So here, 400%, 4,000 tokens at $10. The price never changed, right? Let's just leave it at 10. That means you earned $40,000. Now there's a scenario where you could come and the price has dropped 50%. Throughout the history of this token, the worst performing month or week it had was the maximum was 30 something percent. It's never gone down even 40%. Let's just say it eventually goes down 50% after you had earned for 6 months and decided to come and claim your profits. $20,000. You started with $10,000. Now, everyone that's on this call, if you can be honest with me, is this a win? Yes or no? Just want to keep it simple. You invested $10,000. You went on vacation, whatever it is. 6 months later, you're like, oh man, I have to come and check this. I don't even know what's going on. Quickly run in and you check, and there's $20,000 waiting for you. The same 6 months, you went and you looked at your Bitcoin. Your Bitcoin is down 50%. Your Ethereum is down 40%. Everything is down. Even this went down, but this is the only thing that paid you a profit. And I can see that many people agree. This is a win, right? So there's a possibility that the coin will go up like it did for us in the last 3 months. We are up, and guys, let me do the math on this. From $8.50 when we joined, right? So I'm gonna 14.76 divided by $8.50. Folks, we are up 73%. In the last, give or take, 3 to 4 months. Where do you think this token will be 3 months from now? Just be conservative. Don't even go extremely high. Be very conservative with your calculation. It can easily go to $18 in the next 3 months. From 1470 to $18. Even that alone, let's say 18.7 divided by 14.7 is 27% profit. So this is what happened for a lot of users. We have people that take $10,000, right? Some of them in a 6 month contract. That means if the price stays the same today, $14, 6 months when their contract ends, the 180-day contract ends, they are going to receive their capital back. Their capital would not be $10,000. Their capital would be $17,000 plus. This is not, I'm not talking about the profit. No, I'm talking about the money they put in because they bought JUP at $8.50, at $9. And today JUP is $14.76. The money they put in, not even the profits alone, has made money. Can you imagine that? The money you put in, just what you are actually owed, even if all should have gone bad, the one you expect to at least get back, not more, not less. You come back and you get more. Then now you earn profits and you can take all those profits as well. And guess what? Whatever coins you accumulated in the beginning for cheap, let's say you had $1,000 at some point in the first month and now it's up $730 extra plus whatever you earn throughout the entire 6 months. You see, so this is what this platform is doing. And a lot of times, I think the best platforms usually we've seen in this space are the ones with less hype on the market that have been building steadily with real proof behind it. 13 months, they have already created millionaires. This is a smart contract. This is not an ROI platform where the owner is leaking money in the back and we don't know what's going on and they crash. No, we see everything. They are healthier than they were even 13 months. They have a stronger liquidity. We are looking forward to the next 13 months with them and the next 13 months and the next 13 months. Just like Olympus Dow, which is 5 years, they use the same smart contract JUP is using, but JUP has improved on the Olympus Dow contract, which has been paying for 5 years. Are you tired of changing platforms every 6 months and people telling you, why did you let me lose money in that platform? Then I think you want to consider where at least there's transparency. So if anything, they can see everything that is going on themselves and build your confidence, knowing that this is a platform that has already proven itself and is continuing to do so every day, right? So, folks, this is the entire presentation on how we earn. Now, real quick, I wanted to speak on the profits and how the profit withdrawal works. So here you see this individual, they made a ton in 5 months. All they have to do is hit claim. At the time, the coin was worth like $9 and change, right? That's why you can see 3,358 coins was only worth 32,000. At today's price, even if this person never earned a single token from the time where they took this screenshot, even if he never earned a single token again, this is now worth $49,000, 500. So imagine this person said, let me just wait. I believe in what these guys are doing. Let me wait. He wasn't selling every day, every week, every month. He was like, let me just wait and see what's going on. This is an individual who has massive results to show us. That's huge, right? And they're still earning every day, every 8 hours, compounded. Right. So now let's talk about withdrawals. Now, this is where we got excited with the team behind this platform because they made it very clear. Their goal here is not to make a bunch of leaders money and hope this thing can last. No, they said, look, our goal is number one and its priority is to ensure the protocol stability. That is their job. That's why they are the ones that's managing this platform. They said their job is to ensure the protocol stability. What is our job? To add the liquidity and share with people to grow the liquidity, right? So this is what they've done. They've put some protective measures in place for every investor. So here, when you stake and you earn profits, you can feel confident. The same way we've seen the price stay steady, you can feel confident. And this is how it works. We have two options to take profit. 20 days, 180 days. So whatever option you choose, you hit claim, your tokens are going to be released to you. Okay, so you hit claim on, let's say, $2,000 and change, whatever this is, right? Boom. Now all of this leaves the wallet. So this is no longer compounding, okay? It comes to you 1,680, okay? 680. Now you're expecting to withdraw and sell all this at once. But now this is how the platform works, right? First, they're going to burn 25% in fees. So your 2,160 something dollars minus the 25% liquidity fee, you're going to get 1,680 back. The rest, the fee stays in the liquidity. This is not going to the owner, developer. It stays in the liquidity, and half of the coins are destroyed. Half of the coins are destroyed, reducing the supply every single time we sell tokens. When you reduce supply, you stabilize a falling price or you increase the price when buys come in. So this is why we've been sustained for 13 months. Mechanisms are at work. Now, this profit would now leave here and go to a second wallet underneath the claim. So right underneath the claim, there's another wallet. You just have to look for it. It says withdraw all. Okay. Then now this is where the magic happens. $1,680 will be released throughout a 20-day period where every day you're going to get $680 divided by 20, $84 that day, right? So you're going to see that by the end of the day, you're going to look at the bottom, $84 you can sell. The next day, when you come and you look at the bottom again, from that one claim you did, they'll keep breaking that one claim down to $84 sales for you to sell every single day for 20 days. Someone says, well, why, how is this important? You have 1,000 wallets, for example, that want to sell 1,680. That's going to be 1.6 million instantly. That would take away from the liquidity, meaning that if no new members come and buy a lot of it, then we have a negative price. So the smart contract just breaks it down. So yes, everyone can sell their crypto anytime they want. There's no restrictions, right? They just break it down for you. Say, hey, look, here's one slice a day. You go to the pizza store, you buy the pie, but they want to cut it up in slices because they don't want you trying to figure out how to stuff the whole thing in your face, right? So the same thing they do here. They just cut it up in pieces and give you one slice a day so you can sell. Now, if 1,000 wallets sell $84 a day, that's $84,000 a day versus 1.6 million taken out at once. So if you're wondering why they've sustained for 13 months and more to come, then this is one of the reasons. There's four that we'll talk about, okay? But I'll leave that for the next call. So, folks, if you're excited and you want to be a part of this platform, get with the person that invited you, okay? We're on the BNB chain. So once again, all you need is USDT BEP20 and BNB for gas fee. The token has utility. In fact, they are going to, let me show you the roadmap real quick before we end it. They are going to be introducing more products and services. One will be their stable token, right? Which will be integrated into the GAT Visa card partnership. There will be utility around the stable token, right? There'll be probably different ecosystems we can use this token to pay for products, services, or whatever. They will then introduce the DAO governance in 2027, meaning that we, the members who are starting now, the early adopters, will become the DAO governance members when they finally decide to give the control of decision making to the community. At the moment, the team behind it, the geniuses behind it, are the ones that are building this roadmap. Okay. And then I think by then there'll be a lot more utility for everyone in this platform. So, guys, I'm excited. I hope you're excited too. Get with the person that invited you. They'll share with you some information. And if you decide to share this platform, you can also earn as an affiliate in this platform. So, let me go ahead real quick and speak on this affiliate plan for just about 2 minutes because it's not really that complicated. Now, how this works is we earn three different ways. Anytime you share with anyone, they are your directs, okay? You will earn 10% of all the profits they earn every 8 hours. The next is the ranks. The ranks are uni-level. This platform is uni-level. So anytime you hit a rank, you earn a percentage of the profit of your entire organization, whether it's 10% to 120%. Check match. People call it rebates. Now, this we earn through unlimited levels. Think about that. Right now, whenever someone is the same rank as yourself, you get 10% of their bonus. Now, real quick on one of the mechanisms here, commissions are capped at a 1:4 ratio. So if you stake, for example, $100 in a 1 year contract, every day you get paid, nothing stops that, right? But your commissions will probably be capped at 400. So let's say you earn $400 in commissions today. Well, you have to quickly just stake some more. That's it. Whatever you earn, just stake some or add some new funds and stake so you can increase your limit. So let's say you staked $1,000 now. Well, now your limit is 4,000. So whenever you hit 4,000 in profits, you just go ahead and stake again, take more profits, stake again. And because of this, we know that affiliates who are earning commissions are always adding liquidity. And so our pool is never dry. If affiliates withdraw $4 million this month, just know affiliates are most likely going to put $1 million back in the platform. Even if no one joined, that will be brand new money that comes back into the system. And so because of that, there's continuous flow of liquidity. This is one of the mechanisms. Other staking projects you've been in didn't even have these mechanisms, right? But here we can see four mechanisms. We've talked about three right now. So now real quick, let's talk about the ranks. The ranks are from rank 1 to 11. They call it V10 plus. The ranks are just based on your team's volume in coins. That's it. The next requirement is how many people have you shared with? At least one person will take you through four ranks. But if you decide to share with two people and more, you will max the entire compensation plan with just two teams or two directs. But once again, it's uni level. You can have as many directs and as many teams, and that would actually help you earn even more. Okay. So here you look at all these ranks. The first rank is only 200 coins, which is about 28,000. Sorry, $2,800. That's it. First rank. You get 10% of all the profits from your team down to infinity levels. V2, 1,000 tokens. Right now, about $14,000. You will earn 20% of all the profits in your organization down to infinity. Same as this rank, right? You're at 30%. And you can see all the way to V10 plus where you have 120% check match. Okay. So you have two teams, A and B. And let's say you have more directs, C, D, E, right? But we just focus on the two teams for now. Okay, these two teams, they built a team, right? Now, whatever your percentage is, no matter the rank, you can only earn the difference between your percentage and the next person's percentage from their team. So if you shared with me, for example, and I'm a V4 and you're a V5, and my team makes $100 a day, you're gonna get 50 minus 40, 10% of my team's $100 a day. Now, let's say you shared with someone who shared with someone who became a rank three. Doesn't have to be your direct, okay? And they make $100 a day on their team. Their team makes $100 a day. You add 50 minus 30. So from this team, you would make 20% of all the daily profits every 8 hours. Then C, D, and E could be investors. They have no rank. If they make $1,000 a day as investors, you will get 50% because they have no rank, $500 a day, right? And because of this, we have seen affiliates earning some life-changing income. Now, on our team, we want to say congratulations to all our ranked members. In the last, what was it, 100 and something days, right? Our team has produced all these ranks. In fact, we have, I don't even know if it's hundreds, but I'm pretty sure we have hundreds of wallets that are V1s and V2 and V3 and V4. And we have people already earning this kind of income every month, some in their first 3 weeks of joining the business. I know one guy in the first 3 weeks of joining, he's already making over $3,000 a month. His first, he did it in 48 hours. He went V3 in 48 hours, right? And this is now his monthly income. Another lady, she's an investor. She put in 30 something thousand. She signed up, put 1,000 here, signed up under herself, and put the 30 something thousand here. And she also became a V3. So she's making commissions and she never recruited. It's just her own money. We have so many people with different testimonies earning thousands of dollars a month. One of my guys just contacted me, said he thanks God and he thanked me for sharing this platform. Why? Because he's paying his child's fees and he's only been in for about a month, but he's already earning probably over two, $3,000 a month, all the way in Ghana, right? And just in for about 1 to 2 months. So, folks, there's a lot of people who can share different testimonies in our team. And there are other teams, right? We know the Japanese teams are producing results. We've seen the Korean teams, Malaysian teams. In fact, there's one V10, no V10 plus yet, but the V10 is doing about a million no, not a month, sorry. He's doing about this a month, anywhere between this and this a month. He's doing about $30,000 a month. So he's doing, yeah, a little bit more than this. Yep. Right. So sorry, not a month. My bad. $30,000 a day. Okay. $30,000 a day. Almost $900,000 a month. That's what the V10, the highest rank at the moment, and it's the platform is earning. Right. So folks, there's a lot of potential here. I'm gonna pass it over to some of my co-hosts in a second to say a thing or two. Now, when it comes to commissions, I want you to know that the developers have already thought about all of this, right? All the affiliates making all this money, would it not crash the system? Well, guess what? They designed this to ensure the protocol stability. So when we claim our commissions, we choose two options. The first option, there's also the 25% liquidity fee, right? So you notice that once you claim that $1,000, you end up with 750. But the 750 goes to the wallet at the bottom of the claim, but they break it down across 7 days. They release it every day. You can sell every day, maybe about $107. So the next day you come, you realize that at the bottom, there's more funds for you to withdraw. Once you hit withdraw, all it goes in your wallet, okay? Your MetaMask token pocket, and then you can sell it anytime you want, right? And so here you can sell it, right? So you do this just 7 days and you get all your commissions. We have people earning $1,000 a day, and every day that they claim, when they claim 1,000 a day, within 7 days, you realize that you are withdrawing 1,000 a day because 107 for day one. What if you claim another 1,000 today? You have another 107 attached to the 107 coming. And then if you claim again, you have another 107 attached to the 107. So every time you claim, whatever you claim that is being broken down is all coming in series. So this is just to curve the selling, but you still are profitable because once you start to claim a lot, then you notice that you are able to sell a lot. So folks, either way this works, and also they burn half of all the coins from the fees, right? So that again is another mechanism. All of this ensures the protocol stability. I hope you're excited. When you sell your coin, just know there's a 5% coin on the Pancake Swap liquidity pool that they charge you 5% when you sell. So folks, thank you all for making it on here. I want to pass it on to some of our co-hosts as well. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.